Most people think reverse mortgages are complicated. They're not. You just haven't had someone explain it to you right. So I'm going to try and change that today. And if not, stay tuned because I'll try it and explain it in every which way possible. So let's start with the question I get asked more than any other. Is this too good to be true? And I get it. I get it. Everything that sounds like free money feels suspicious. But here's what is actually happening. So, a reverse mortgage lets you access the equity that you have already built into your home. Money you've earned, money that's been sitting there. You're not borrowing from a bank or hoping for the best. You're pulling from something you already own. Okay, so think about that for a second. You spent 20, 30, even 40 years paying into this home. Every mortgage payment, every repair, every property bill, because that happens every tax bill every year. So that's your money. A reverse mortgage is just one way to actually use it. So how does it work? Well, here's the short version. You borrow against your home's equity. You don't make monthly mortgage payments. You stay in the home, and the loan gets repaid when you sell, move out, or move on, we'll say. So that's it at its core. Boom. Now, I know what just popped into your head. What about my kids? What about leaving something behind? A total fair question. And the real answer is if there's equity left when your home sells, that goes to your heirs. The lender takes what's owed and nothing more. And because the reverse mortgage is a federally insured program through the FHA, you or your heirs will never owe more than the home is worth. Ever. Let me say that again. You will never owe more than your home is worth. That protection exists. It's built in, and it's not a sales pitch. Kind of think of me as a 1970s car salesman saying, "We've got seatbelts. That'll help you. It's built in." And you're like, "I'm not going to use it." Well, guess what? We use seatbelts now every day, and it saves lives. So, now let's talk about what this actually does for people's lives, because that's the part that matters. So I've talked to people who were choosing between groceries and prescriptions and the reverse mortgage. That choice went away. I've talked to people who hadn't slept in years because they were terrified of outliving their savings. And the reverse mortgage, they got back to bed. And I've talked to people who thought they were going to have to sell their home they raised their family in. But yet, they didn't have to. This isn't a product. This is a tool. And in the right situation, it is one of the most powerful financial tools available to homeowners over 55. 62 for federal. So, who is it actually for? Well, if you're at least 55 for proprietary products and 62, there's the government HECM, you own your home or have significant equity in it, and you live there as your primary residence, and you want more financial flexibility without selling and moving, that's the basic picture. So here's what I want you to walk away with today. A reverse mortgage is just not a last resort. It's not a sign that you have failed in retirement planning. It's a legitimate financial option that millions of Americans have used to stay in their own homes, reduce their financial stress, and actually enjoy the years they worked so hard to reach. You've earned your home. You've earned the equity in it. And you're allowed to use it. The only question worth asking is whether it makes sense for your specific situation. And that's exactly what I'm here to help you figure out. No confusing paperwork on the first call. We're just having a real conversation about where you are and where this fits into your life. because you've spent decades making smart decisions to get to this point. I mean, you bought a house. That is a smart decision. This one just might be your next. So leave a comment, follow me, schedule an appointment to chat. I would love to talk with you and find out what works best for you.